Hi guys, my name is Aidan Lucid, that's me there in all my handsome glory. I'm the author of the fantasy novel The Lost Son, and one of the most frequently asked questions I get is how did you come up with the idea, or how did you begin writing the book. So this is the reason why I'm making this video, just to answer that question. So I'm going to start at the start. I first came up with the idea of The Lost Son back in 2004. It originally started out as a short story, and I got all the characters from Zargathia from that short story, like King Argot, Siren, Karina, and so on and so forth. So, like I said, it originally started out as a short story. I was writing the short story, and after a couple of days, it just wasn't going anywhere, and I just couldn't do anything with it, so I left it alone. So, fast forward to April 2005, and I was sitting in my living room in Ballyhaig, County Kerry, Ireland, and I was just looking out the window. Next thing, the image of Henry, the protagonist in The Lost Son, came into my head, and he was wearing a golden suit of armor and a red cloak, and holding a sword up in the air, like in the picture you're seeing here now. And that image came into my head, and I was really intrigued by that image, and I thought, wow. So I sat down and I started, fleshing out the story, and then I remembered the short story I was writing in October 2004. So I combined the inhabitants of Sargatia with Henry's story, and I made it into one. And I remember, every day I was writing that story, I used to, say a decade of the rosary, using the rosary beads like you see here, and I used to find that really helped me. So then in September 2005, while I was writing the novel, I got knocked down by a car, and I was in the wheelchair for 6 months, and it was during that time that I continued to write the novel, and I think that's what helped me get through the recovery process. Um, and I always remember the first evening I came home from hospital, because I was in the hospital for a week. I remember the first evening I came home, and I looked up at the ceiling, and I just said, with tears running down my face, God, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do? What sin did I commit to deserve this? Because, like I said, I was knocked down by a car, and I suffered really bad injuries to my right ankle, and I was wheelchair bound for 6 months. But in retrospect, I was actually very fortunate, because if I'd taken another step, I could have been paralysed in the waist down, or worse, I could have been killed. And I always remember, my mother coming in to me and just saying, "Aidan, look, please don't give up, please get better." Because I had to learn to walk again and everything after that. But anyway, uh, when I was writing the novel, I had this idea originally for the opening of chapter one, of the Enola Gay, which was the airplane that was used to drop the Hiroshima bomb. I had the idea of that plane completing its mission, and then once the bomb was dropped, that it would open up a portal, because people have, scientists and other theorists out there have believed that once that bomb was actually dropped, it kind of still ripples out to space, which possibly opened up other doors. And I remember reading a few articles on that. So I thought about using that, and I said no, no, maybe it's a bit too controversial. I didn't want to disrespect anybody, so I dropped it. So then I remember there, I think it was around August, the month before I had my accident in 2005, watching a documentary on a a very tragic incident called the Flight 19 incident, which occurred on December 5th, 1945. And basically, it's where a squadron of planes went out on a training mission back in December 5th, 1945, and their planes mysteriously went missing over the Bermuda Triangle. And I really wanted to use World War II planes and dragons attacking each other at the start of Chapter 1. So I think this kind of set the seed, or planted the seed in my head, and I say, yeah, I'm going to use the same kind of plane, and I'm going to use the Bermuda Triangle and the dragons all together in the first chapter. So I did that, and I used two former RAF pilots who transferred to the US Air Force after World War II, or after the Battle of Great Britain, and I used them, and I used a TBF Avenger, which is kind of the same plane that was used in the Flight 19 incident, and I used them, and the dragons attack each other at the start of Chapter 1. So I completed the first draft, I think it was in January 2006, and then for 2 years I was constantly editing it, and the title I gave the book at the time was called The Boy with the Golden Coin. And when you read the book, you'll understand the importance of the golden coin. But anyway, in 2008 I was approached by a publisher, a Texas-based publisher, who decided they wanted to publish my book. So then in December 2010 my book was published, and I was with the publisher for about 3 years, and for one reason or another I decided to leave them, and I pulled the book from them. So I listened to the feedback that the fans gave in the book. I listened to the criticisms and the suggestions that they made, and I shortened the book, and I added a bit more characters, maybe changing the gender of certain characters, because I really wanted to kind of give really strong female empowerment to certain characters in this book, and I really wanted it to be a book that that both boys and girls will enjoy. So from 2013 to 2019, I was kind of constantly editing the book, and adding sections. And in 2014, I went over to LA, and I met some truly wonderful people over there, whom I'm very proud and honored to call my friends. So it was through the help of a lovely lady named Cheryl that I actually met my current publisher, John Greer Books, who is owned by Gary and Gary Revel, and he took a look at the first chapter and the synopsis as well, and he liked it, and so to make a long story short, he decided to publish it, and it's now on Amazon for sale, both an ebook and a paperback form. So that's The Lost Son, and that is the story of how I wrote my novel, my fantasy novel, The Lost Son. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment in the comment section below, or if you have any queries or questions, you can email me at the email address given as well. Alright guys, thank you for listening. I really do appreciate you taking the time for watching and listening to this video, Have a great day, and I really hope you enjoy the book. Take care. Bye.